Hi, my name is Shanie Matthews. Welcome to my Happy Path online yoga studio. Please make your way into comfortable sitting position. Letting the flesh from your buttocks spread to the side so that you can feel your pelvis or sitting bones penetrating into your mat. Let everything else that has happened today fade away and bring your full attention to your breath. Let your eyes gently shut. Let the hands rest on the knees. And start to allow your full, complete attention to rest upon that breath. Let the breath grow into a full 5 count. Inhalation and exhalation. Start to feel how that breath grounds you and centers you. Helps you to feel more relaxed. And as if you are nurturing yourself with every inhalation and exhalation. To deepen our connection with that grounding sensation, let us do 3 rounds of open mouth exhales. So inhaling through the nose and then exhaling with an open mouth. Twice more. Starting to feel your spine lengthen as the sitting bones penetrate deeper into the mat. Let your body start spinning in a large circle. Keep that connection with that 5 count inhalation and exhalation that is moving through the nose with a closed mouth. Connecting with that ujjayi breath that's created through a slightly constricted back throat, sounding a lot like the soft waves of the ocean. Allow this time to connect deeper with that breath while you rotate the torso in large circles, warming up the lower back. And at the same time, deepening that sensation of grounding. My intention for today's class is to connect with center by connecting the breath with movement. In life, there are many things that can be thrown at us that take us off of center. It can be as small as receiving a frown from a stranger, to as large as an argument with someone you love. That feeling of being thrown off center can also come to us in the form of rolling an ankle while hiking, being thrown off our bike while mountain biking, or maybe taking a spill while skiing. Getting thrown off center can also be created by emotional stress, or not feeling like we are heard or seen. Let your spinning of the torso now reverse itself, starting to move in the opposite direction. Inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you bow into the heart. Letting the eyes remain closed, breathing into the centering sensation that comes from this movement. By using the breath to reconnect with center and ground ourselves, we nurture and support ourselves from within. Yoga allows us to practice staying centered and grounded while creating stress through the poses. The breath gives us the opportunity to train the mind, body, and nervous system to remain calm and at peace despite the stress that life throws at us. Coming to center on the end of your next exhale. Inhale, opening the heart towards the sky. Feeling the tailbone grounding into your mat as you open your heart. Exhale, bow into yourself. Feel the gratitude from within. Continuing in this fashion on your own count, connecting the movement with the breath. We'll be here for the next 5 rounds of inhalations and exhalations. Always keeping that connection with that nurturing breath. 2 more rounds of breath here. And then at the end of that exhale, coming back to center. Holding for 1 round of breath and feeling into the shifts so far. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, pull the hands down through the center of the body, feeling that grounding energy as the hands come down. 4 more cycles of breath. Exhale. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, feeling that grounding sensation. Twice more. Inhaling the spine long, feeling those hands expand towards the sky. Exhale, feeling a grounding sensation within the body, all the way down from the top of the head into the pelvis. As you finish that exhale, come on around onto the hands and knees. Taking the knees wide, have the toes touch and allow yourself to float back into child's pose. Let the hands reach towards the front of your mat, fingers are wide. Forearms rest on the mat, forehead rests on the mat. Take a moment here while you're still connecting with that breath, with that intention of connecting and grounding. Use this moment to create an intention for yourself. Where in your life do you need a little support? Where can you create more grounding and centering for yourself by using the breath? Every person has a highest potential ready to be allowed to shine forth. Ground, center, breathe, and then expand into that breath. Every person carries the seed of compassionate center within. Breathe into yours here in child's pose. 2 more rounds of breath. At the end of your next exhale, let the toes tuck. Energize the arms and push the hips up, coming into down dog. Take a moment to make sure that you have healthy alignment, keeping your body safe. Fingers are spread wide, toes and fingers spreading out and towards the wall in front of you. Shaking the head out, loosening the cervical spine. Bending both elbows deeply and then tucking those elbows underneath you. Then straightening the arms, this opening up more space for the shoulder blades to move down the back. Knees can be bent. Heels don't have to be touching the mat. Breathing into your down dog, that grounding sensation coming up through the hands and feet. 2 more breaths here. Shaking the head out. Relaxing yourself into the breath. At the end of the next exhale, bending both knees deeply and slowly and with love and care, step towards your hands. Inhale, come up halfway. Hands can be on the shins or the mat. Creating a flat back, heart shining through the collarbones. Exhale, forward fold. Twice more here with movement. Inhaling up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Exhale. Bending both knees. Slowly allow yourself to roll up 1 vertebra at a time. The head comes up last. Palms facing the wall in front of you. Eyes closed. Feeling into that grounding coming up through the feet. And reconnecting with yourself completely and totally. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back into plank and holding here in plank for 3 rounds of breath. Feel the engagement of your core. The hands are underneath the shoulders. Fingers are spread wide. 2 more breaths here. You can always bring yourself onto your knees if you need to. 1 more breath. Exhale, lowering all the way down to the mat. Taking a moment to lift the right leg off the mat and then placing it back down, creating a little more length. Left leg rises, then placing it back on the mat. Inhale, interlacing the fingers behind the back. Exhale, grounding the pelvis into the mat. Inhale, rising with the heart. Hands pulling your chest back. Hands lifting off of the buttocks. Heart is opening and grounding with the pelvis into the mat while at the same time expanding that sense of love. Compassion for self, support for self. Knowing that you are here for yourself no matter what life throws at you. 1 more breath here. Exhale, lowering onto the left cheek. Relaxing the buttocks and letting the hips float back and forth slowly from side to side. Relaxing yourself and grounding into the mat. 1 more breath here. Bringing yourself back to center, chin rests on the mat, interlacing the fingers behind the back, opposite grip of last time. Inhale, heart starts to shine forward. Exhale, pelvis deepens its grounding sensation into the mat. 3 breaths here. Lifting the hands off the buttocks as the heart climbs that spinal ladder higher. Breathing into yourself, feeling into your grounding occurring through the hip bones. Connecting with your center, grounding down through the breath. One more breath. And exhale, lowering your head onto the right cheek, eyes closed. Body relaxes. Wagging now the hips back and forth. Feeling that loving, compassionate, grounding sensation. Inhale, hands come to either side of the chest. Push back and come into child's pose. Inhale in child's pose. Exhale, rising onto the heels. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, wrapping the hands around the feet. Forehead rests on the mat. 4 more times, inhaling, hands to the sky. Exhale, bowing down, creating a connection of grounding through the core of the body down into the hips. 3 more times. Last time, really feeling that extension. Hands high up towards the sky. Exhale, bowing down, forehead resting on the mat. Taking a moment to reconnect with that intention you created for yourself at the beginning of class. Breathing into where you need more love for yourself. Inhale, rising back on up onto the heels. Scooch on over, bringing the feet in front of you. Bringing yourself to the center of the mat, and once again taking the flesh out from underneath your sit bones so that you can really feel that sensation of grounding down through the hips. Inhale, hands to the sky, and holding here for 1 round of breath. Feel yourself extending up while at the same time grounding down, shoulder blades moving towards the hips. Inhale, spine long. Exhale, reaching forward for the feet. Breathing into the elongation of the spine before you bow forward. Never pulling on the feet, but just allowing the body to be where it needs to be. There's no sense of disconnect, only connection through the breath. Feel where your body needs you to be. 3 more breaths here. And exhale, rolling yourself back on up. Hugging the knees into the chest. Coming up onto the toes and letting yourself roll back onto the spine. Rocking yourself back and forth a few times, flushing the spinal column of any toxins, lactic acid, anything holding it back from a healthy spine, healthy back. Hugging the knees into the chest, feeling that love for yourself. And then letting the feet reach towards the head of your mat. Inhale, pulling the right leg into the body. Exhale, right knee comes to the left side. Supine twist. Right arm straightens. Closing the eyes. Closed eyes, drishti or viewpoint going over that right arm. 2 more breaths here. Really feeling a grounding sensation despite the twist. Feeling how that breath can affect the body and help you feel grounded within. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, letting that right foot lower. Left leg comes into the body. Pulling that left knee tight and then letting the left knee come on over to the right side. Left arm straight, both shoulders staying on the mat. Closed eyes. Breathing into that place of center. One more breath here. And at the end of the exhale, coming back to center. Hugging that left knee in. And then letting the left leg straighten. Coming into Shavasana, the most important pose of class. The most important pose of yoga. Letting the feet lie wider than hip width. Hands are wider than shoulders. And start to feel yourself completely supported by your mat. Letting yourself relax deeper. 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 Slowly bringing life back to the body. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Roll on to the one side of the body, cradling the head in your arms. And giving yourself a loving touch to the back of the head. A moment of gratitude for this gift you've given yourself today. And when you're ready, bringing yourself back on up into easy sitting position. Hands resting on the knees. Eyes are closed. Breathing into and reconnecting with yourself completely and totally. Quoting an unknown source. All frustrations are self-induced. The outside world can invite us to become upset, but ultimately it is us which accept the invitation. In deep love and light to you for taking this moment to ground and center yourself and to connect with that beautiful light within. You allow yourself to be the brightest star and others to do the same when you connect fully and completely with that place of grounding and centering. In deep love and appreciation for you, may all beings be happy, healthy, and free to create their own beautiful purpose. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste.